Good morning. It is Monday, August the 4th, and we are reading through the Bible, taking it from Genesis to Revelation, and seeing what the Word has to say about it. So last time, we see that God is getting his people to build his temple so that when they're there, he can be in the midst of them. And so he has all of these descriptions of what he wants them to build. They did the tabernacle, the oil lamp, the priest garment. And that is where we are picking up today. Exodus 28. And take thou unto thee Aaron thy brother, and his sons with him, from among the children of Israel, that he may minister unto me in the priest office, even Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, and Aaron's sons. Sorry, Aaron's sons, not and. These are Aaron's sons. And thou shalt make holy garments for Aaron thy brother, for glory and for beauty. And thou shalt speak unto all that are wise-hearted, whom I have filled with the spirit of wisdom, that they may make Aaron's garments to consecrate him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. And these are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate, and an ephod, and a robe, and a broidered coat, a mitre, and a girdle. And they shall make holy garments for Aaron thy brother, and his sons, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. And they shall take gold, and blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine linen, and they shall make the ephod of gold, of blue, and of purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen, with cunning work. It shall have the two shoulder pieces thereof joined at the two edges thereof, and so it shall be joined together. And the curious girdle of the ephod, which is upon it, shall be of the same according to the work thereof, even of gold, of blue, of purple, of scarlet, and of fine twined linen. And thou shalt take 2 onyx stones, engrave on them the names of the children of Israel, 6 of their names on one stone, and the other 6 names of the rest on the other stone, according to their birth. With the work of an engraver in the stone, like the engravings of a signet, shalt thou engrave the 2 stones with the names of the children of Israel. Thou shalt make them to be set in ounces of gold. And thou shalt put the 2 stones upon the shoulders of the ephod for stones of the memorial unto the children of Israel. And Aaron shall bear the names before the Lord upon his 2 shoulders for a memorial. And thou shalt make ounces of gold, and 2 chains of pure gold at the ends of reckoned work shalt thou make them, and fasten the chains to the ounces. And thou shalt make the breastplate of judgment with cunning work. After the work of the ephod thou shalt make it, of gold, of blue, of purple, of scarlet, and of fine twined linen shalt thou make it. 80 it shall be, being doubled. A span shall be the length thereof, and a span shall be the breadth thereof. And thou shalt set it in the settings of the stones, even the 4 rows of stones. The first row shall be a sardius, a topaz, and a carbuncle. This shall be the first row. And the second row shall be an emerald, sapphire, and a diamond. And the third row, a ligure, and an agate, and an amethyst. And the fourth row, a beryl, and an onyx, and a jasper. They shall be set in gold in the enclosings. And the stones shall be with the names of the children of Israel, 12, according to their names, like the engravings of a signet. Every one with his name shall they be according to the 12 tribes. And they shall make upon the breastplate chains at the end of reckoned work of pure gold. And thou shalt make upon the breastplate 2 rings of gold, and shalt put the 2 rings on the 2 ends of the breastplate. And thou shalt put the 2 wreathen chains of gold in the 2 rings which are on the ends of the breastplate. And the other 2 ends of the 2 wreathen chains thou shalt fasten in the 2 ounces, and put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod before it. And thou shalt make 2 rings of gold, and thou shalt put them upon the 2 ends of the breastplate, in the border thereof, which is in the side of the ephod inward. And 2 other rings of gold thou shalt make, and shalt put them on the 2 sides of the ephod underneath, towards the forepart thereof, over against the other coupling thereof, above the curious girdle of the ephod. And they shall bind the breastplate by the rings thereof unto the rings of the ephod with a lace of blue, that it may be above the curious girdle of the ephod, and that the breastplate be not loosed from the ephod. And Aaron shall bear the names of the children of Israel in the breastplate of the judgment upon his heart, when he goes in unto the holy place for memorial before the Lord continually. And thou shalt put in the breastplate of judgment the Urim and the Thummim, and they shall be upon Aaron's heart when he goes in before the Lord. And Aaron shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel upon his heart before the Lord continually. And thou shalt make the robe of the ephod all blue, and there shall be a hole in the top of it. In the midst of it, it shall be a binding of woven work round about the whole of it, as it were the whole of a habergeon, that it may be not rent. And beneath upon the hem of it, thou shalt make pomegranates of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet, round about the hem thereof, and bells of gold between them round about. A golden bell and a pomegranate, a golden bell and a pomegranate upon the hem of the robe round about. And it shall be upon Aaron to minister, and his sound shall be heard with his going in unto the holy place before the Lord, and when he comes out, that he die not. And thou shalt make a plate of pure gold, and grave upon it, like the gravings of a signet, holiness to the Lord. And thou shalt put it on a blue lace, that it may be upon the mitre, unto the forefront of the mitre it shall be. And it shall be upon Aaron's forehead, that Aaron may bear the iniquity of the holy things, which the children of Israel shall hallow in all their holy gifts. And it shall always be upon his forehead, that they may be accepted before the Lord. And thou shalt embroider the coat of fine linen, and thou shalt make the mitre of fine linen, and thou shalt make the girdle of needlework. And for Aaron's sons thou shalt make coats, and thou shalt make them girdles, and bonnets shalt thou make them for glory and for beauty. And thou shalt put them upon Aaron thy brother and his sons with him, and shalt anoint them, and consecrate them, and sanctify them, that they may minister unto me in the priest office. And thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness, from the loins even unto the thighs they shall reach. And they shall be put upon Aaron and upon his sons when they come in unto the tabernacle of the congregation, or when they come near unto the altar to minister in the holy place, that they bear not iniquity and die. It shall be a statute forever unto him and his seed after him. And this is the thing that thou shalt do unto them to hallow them, to minister unto me in the priest office. Take 1 young bullock and 2 rams without blemish, and unleavened bread and cakes unleavened, tempered with oil, and wafers and unleavened, anointed with oil, and wheaten flour shall thou make them. And thou shalt put them in 1 basket, and bring them in the basket with the bullock and the 2 rams. And Aaron and his sons thou shalt bring unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and shalt wash them with water. And thou shalt take the garments, and put upon Aaron the coat, and the robe of the ephod, and the breastplate, and the gird him with the curious girdle of the ephod. And thou shalt put the mitre upon his head, and put the holy crown upon the mitre. Thou shalt take the anointing oil, and pour it upon his head, and anoint him. And thou shalt bring his sons, and put coats upon them. And thou shalt gird them with girdles, Aaron and his sons, and put the bonnets on them, and the priest's office shall be theirs for a perpetual statute. And thou shalt consecrate Aaron and his sons. And thou shalt cause a bullock to be brought before the tabernacle of the congregation, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the bullock. And thou shalt kill the bullock before the Lord by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And thou shalt take the blood of the bullock, and put it upon the horns of the altar with his finger, and pour all the blood beside the bottom of the altar. And then shalt thou take all the fat that thou cover in the inwards, and the caul that is above the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and burn them upon the altar. But the flesh of the bullock, and his skin, and his dung shalt thou burn with fire without the camp. It is a sin offering. Thou shalt also take 1 ram, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the ram. And thou shalt slay the ram, and thou shalt take the blood, and sprinkle it round about the altar. Thou shalt cut the ram in pieces, and wash the inwards of him and his legs, and put them unto his pieces and unto his head. And thou shalt burn the whole ram upon the altar. It is a burnt offering unto the Lord. It is a sweet savor, an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And thou shalt take the other ram, and Aaron and his sons shall put his hands upon the head of the ram, and thou shalt kill the ram, and take of his blood, and put it upon the tip of the right ear of Aaron, and upon the tip of the right ear of his sons, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of their right foot, and sprinkle the blood upon the altar round about. And thou shalt take the blood that is upon the altar, and of the anointing oil, and sprinkle it upon Aaron, and upon his garments, and upon his sons, and upon the garments of his sons with him. And he shall be hallowed in his garments, and his sons' garments with him. Also thou shalt take the ram, the fat and the rump, and the fat that covers the innards, and the caul above the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and that fat that is upon them, and the right shoulder, for it is a ram of consecration. And 1 loaf of bread, and 1 cake of oiled bread, and 1 wafer out of the basket of the unleavened bread that is before the Lord. And thou shalt put all the hands of Aaron, and in the hands of his sons, and shalt wave them for a wave offering before the Lord. And thou shalt receive them of their hands, and burn them upon the altar for a burnt offering, for a sweet savor before the Lord. It is an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And thou shalt take the breast of the ram of Aaron's consecrations, and wave it for a wave offering before the Lord, and it shall be thy part. And thou shalt sanctify the breast of the wave offering, and of the shoulder of the heave offering, which is waved, and which is heaved up, and the ram of the consecration, even of that which is for Aaron, and of that which is for his sons. And it shall be Aaron's and his sons by the statute forever for the children of Israel, for it is a heave offering, and it shall be a heave offering from the children of Israel of the sacrifice of their peace offerings, even their heave offering unto the Lord. And the holy garments of Aaron shall be his sons after him, to be anointed therein, and to be consecrated therein. And that son that is priest in his stead shall put them on 7 days when he comes into the tabernacle of the congregation to minister in the holy place. And thou shalt take the ram of consecration and seethe his flesh in the holy place. And Aaron and his sons shall eat the flesh of the ram and the bread that is in the basket by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And they shall eat these things wherewith the atonement was made, to consecrate and sanctify them. But a stranger shall not eat thereof, because they are holy. And if aught of the flesh of the consecrations or of the bread remain unto the morning, then thou shalt burn the remainder with fire. It shall not be eaten, because it is holy. And thou shalt do unto Aaron and his sons according to all things which I have commanded thee. 7 days shalt thou consecrate them. And thou shalt offer every day a bullock for a sin offering for atonement, and thou shalt cleanse the altar when thou hast made an atonement for it, and thou shalt anoint it to sanctify it. 7 days thou shalt make an atonement for the altar and sanctify it, and it shall be an altar most holy. Whatsoever touches the altar shall be holy. Now this is that which thou offer unto the altar: 2 lambs of the first year, day by day continually. The one lamb thou shalt offer in the morning, and the other lamb thou shalt offer at evening. And when the one lamb, a 10th deal of the flour mingled with the 4th part of the hin of beaten oil, and of the 4th part of a hin of wine for a drink offering. And the other lamb thou shalt offer at even, and shalt do unto according to the meat offering of the morning, and according to the drink offering thereof, for a sweet savor, an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And this shall be a continual burnt offering throughout your generations at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord, where I will meet you, to speak there unto thee. And there I will meet with the children of Israel, and the tabernacle shall be sanctified by my glory. And I will sanctify the tabernacle of the congregation and the altar. And I will sanctify also both Aaron and his sons to minister, and me in the priest office. And I will dwell amongst the children of Israel, and will be their God. And they shall know that I am the Lord their God, that brought them out of the land of Egypt, that I may dwell amongst them. I am the Lord their God. Okay, so I'm going to read one more chapter, because yeah, it's just it'll be a good stopping point into the next lesson. All right. But did you understand what was going on there? Okay. I hope so. I think that was pretty okay. So this is what they consecrated the priest. Okay. And thou shalt make an altar to burn incense upon them. Of shittim wood shalt thou make it. A cubit shall the length thereof, and a cubit the breadth thereof. 4 shall it be. And 2 cubits shall be the height thereof, and the horns thereof shall be of the same. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, and the top thereof, and the sides thereof round about, and the horns thereof, and thou shalt make unto it a crown of gold round about. And 2 golden rings shalt thou make to it under the crown of it. By the 2 corners thereof, unto the 2 sides of it shalt thou make it. And thou shalt be for places for the staves to bear it withal. And thou shalt make the staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold. And thou shalt put it before the veil, that it by the ark of the testimony testimony before the mercy seat that is over the testimony, where I will meet thee. And Aaron shall burn thereon sweet incense every morning. When he dress the lamp, he shall burn incense upon it. And when Aaron lights the lamps, at even he shall burn incense upon it, perpetual incense before the Lord throughout your generations. Ye shall offer no strange incense thereon, no burnt sacrifice, no meat offering, neither pour drink offering thereon. And Aaron shall make an atonement unto the horns of it once in a year with the blood of the sin offering of the atonements. Once in a year shall he make atonement upon it throughout your generations. It is most holy unto the Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, When thou takest the sum of the children of Israel after their number, then shall they give every man a ransom for his soul unto the Lord, when thou numberest them, that there be no plague amongst them when thou numberest them. This they shall give every one that passes among them that are numbered, half a shekel after the shekel of the sanctuary. A shekel is 20 gerahs. A half shekel shall be the offering of the Lord. Every one that passes among them that are numbered from 20 years old and above shall give an offering unto the Lord. The rich shall not give more, and the poor shall not give less than half a shekel, when they give an offering unto the Lord to make an atonement for your souls. And thou shalt take the atonement money of the children of Israel, and shalt appoint it from the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, that it may be a memorial unto the children of Israel before the Lord, to make an atonement for your souls. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Thou shalt make a ladder of brass, and his foot also of brass, to wash withal. And thou shalt put it between the tabernacle of the congregation and the altar, and there shall put water therein. For Aaron and his sons shall wash their hands and their feet thereat. When they go into the tabernacle of the congregation, they shall wash with water, they die not. When they come near to the altar to minister, that they shall die not. And when they come near to the altar to minister, to burn offerings made by fire unto the Lord, so they shall wash their hands and their feet, that they die not. And it shall be a statute forever to them, even to him and to his seed throughout his generations. Moreover, the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Take thou also unto principal spices and pure myrrh 500 shekels, and sweet cinnamon half so much, even 250 shekels, and sweet calamus 250 shekels, and of cassia 500 shekels, and after the shekel of a sanctuary, and of oil, and of olive oil of hin. And thou shalt make it an oil of holy ointment, an ointment compound after the art of apothecary. It shall be a holy ointment oil. And thou shalt anoint the tabernacle of the congregation therewith, and the ark of the testimony, and the table and all his vessels, and the candlestick and his vessels, and the altar of incense, and the altar of burnt offering with all his vessels, and the laver of his foot. And thou shalt sanctify him, that they may be most holy. Whosoever touches them shall be holy. And thou shalt anoint Aaron and his sons, and consecrate them, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, This shall be a holy anointing oil unto me throughout your generations. Upon man's flesh shall it not be poured, shall ye make any other like it, after the composition of it. It is holy, and it shall be holy unto you. Whosoever compounds any like it, or whosoever puts any of it upon a stranger, shall even be cut off from his people. And the Lord said unto Moses, Take unto the sweet spices, stocks, and onycha, and galbanum, these sweet spices with pure frankincense, and of each shall there be like weight. And there shall make it a perfume, a confection after the art of apothecary. tempered together, pure and holy. And thou shalt beat some of it very small, and put it before the testimony in the tabernacle of the congregation, where I will meet with thee. It shall be unto you most holy. And as for the perfume which thou shalt make, ye shall not make to yourselves according to the composition thereof. It shall be unto me holy for the Lord. Whosoever make it like unto that, to smell thereto, shall even be cut off from his people. All right. And just to make a lot of this make sense, spirit, when you also delve into it, yes, it means like mind and breath and all that, but it also means to smell. Like, it means to smell. And so when God is always asking for you to burn offerings and to make sweet, not because he wasn't saying make the sweet incense, obviously, because he said don't do it, but that was so that he could smell it. He smells. He's obviously, we're made in his image. So what we do, he does. And we actually learned that in the last episode, because it said that he was eating and drinking. So, yeah, so wow. And I actually want to put together, because they mentioned, number one, they mentioned a lot of stones, the topaz, the diamond, the emerald. I want to actually put together what they listed in this, because I thought it was pretty interesting. And there was another list that they listed as well. It was the stones, and it was the I'll find it, and I'll post it. I'll put it like in a short, so that we can see that these things were spoken about long time ago. You know, these are, I don't know when they have said that they founded a diamond. I'm gonna look it up. When did they say that they founded a diamond? When were diamonds founded? When were diamonds discovered? Here we go. This says 4th century. Diamonds were discovered in India with references dating back to 4th century BC. 4th century BC. Christ came in 1 AD. So you're telling us that only they're trying to tell us that only 4,000 years before even Christ was born, which would be about 6,000 years from where we are now, is when they found diamonds. But the Bible from Moses's day, this is Moses wrote Genesis and Exodus. He wrote the first 5 books of the Bible. So he was speaking about it long time ago. And some of these I don't even heard about, like before Calamus and all that. I don't know if you guys have heard about it before. There was a lot of things that were mentioned that I'm like, man, I wonder what that looks like. So I'm definitely gonna, like I said, pull these, put them in a short, and yeah, put a little bit more knowledge under our belt. Yeah. Oh, and then also, if you notice that, I post the I'm post the picture. I apologize. I'm gonna post the picture, and I'm on my laptop right now, so and let me see if my emails went through. Okay, here it goes. I can pull it up for you guys right now, because it again very specific on what the tabernacle looks like, on what the now. I will say this: if you noticed that mitre and all that is being mentioned, and I know that mitre is always associated with the Catholic Church. The crown, it mentions having a crown. Not sure what that looks like. But I do know that I've heard that miters look different than what they look like right now. Can y'all hear me? I hope you guys can hear me. So okay. Let me see. Dun, dun. Sorry, my computer's not the fastest. Okay, so let me pull this up. So this is the tabernacle. This is what they proposed it looked like. Okay. So you got the Ark of the most holy place with the Ark of the Testimony. You have its measurements for that. So they pretty much built it to scale. Okay, and then this is. Let me go. This is. The Ark of the. So we have the Ark of the Covenant here. Have the candlestick, the table, the incense, the altar, the brazen altar. So, yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. And tomorrow we will pick up at Exodus 31 with the appointment of the workmen. All right. Have a good day.